Hi, peeps. Welcome back for another exciting episode. Oh, this one's good because, well, they're all good, but this one's good because I'm currently reading a memoir by a young woman that actually was helping me set up my website when I first was writing my book. And she helped promote my book. She was just instrumental in giving me that confidence to say, like, this is a great branding, all the things, like, taught me about colors in my website and what kind of vibe I wanted it to be and what I wanted, my social medias to look like, all of that kind of stuff. Well, she ended up packing up everything in California and taking a road adventure because, of course, she got her heart broken here and decided I'm packing up and just going to take a journey. And along the way, it talks about all the fears that she had, all the things. It's a really good read. It is called Lonely Girl, and it's by my friend Anna Vitoni. She doesn't even know I'm doing this right now, but I just am so proud of her for writing her story. Now, I'm going to preface this and let all of you Christian women know this is not a Christian book. This is a raw, honest accounting of her life. And so it doesn't have any, beautiful little Christianese kind of things in it. It's just her experience, and I appreciate that. And so I'm currently reading it. I have not finished the whole thing. I know her story, so I didn't really, it's not like, what's the ending going to be like? I know the ending. It's beautiful. It's heartbreaking, and it's insightful. And so it kind of made me laugh because she started this whole journey of, like, kind of getting into social media and personal branding and that kind of stuff in her 20s. And this is when all the tension happened. So, I named this episode, like, what would you tell your younger self? Because this is what happens when we're in our 20s, is that we think my life is over. We meet all the bad boys, we do all the crazy things, and we think it's too late. But when we look back, oh my gosh, we realize, like, those things were kind of necessary sometimes. It's not everybody's story, but I think when you look back at your life, do you say, well, that didn't happen the way I planned it? Raising my hand. Not at all. And it got me thinking as I was reading her book, how many times, in our early 20s that we just feel like we're so adult, we have it all together. And yet, when we hit our 30s and 40s, we go, oh my gosh, who was that little girl? Because that girl was still learning. Everyone knows, like, my girls, I've said this to my girls a million times. I say this to all the young girls. Your 20s are your crying years. I mean, they are just your discovery years. They are the years that you make every mistake you can, and then you think it's too late. You think that your life is over. I'm never going to find the one. I'm never going to get married. I'm not going to find the career I want. It's just all the I can't. It's not going to work. Like, I'm hustling as hard as I can, and I feel like I'm just spinning wheels, but the car's not moving forward. So what struck me about this story is we're just in such a rush. We're in a rush to be loved. We're in a rush to get married. We're in a rush to get a home. Rush, rush, rush. And for us unmothered women, we're in a rush to get far away from our moms. And we're in a rush to prove to everybody that we're going to do it so differently and so much better, this thing called life. And yet we get stuck in this, like, early 20s kind of thing where we're like, nothing is going right. I have made all the wrong decisions. So I wanted to just talk about that a little bit because now, as a 67-year-old woman, almost 68, in a couple of months, it's so crazy to look back and think of what happened and who was that girl and all of the adventures. So when I started reading the book, I couldn't help but smile that, all the drama it brought back to my younger self and the way I thought that my life would be. I was going to be married in my 20s, the things that I could never imagine that would happen in my life, losing my son at 26. Like, never, that was not in the scope of anything. I don't think that's ever in the scope of anybody's life, but especially like when that becomes your story, that is not how you picture your life being at 26 years old. So many twists and turns. And I think if I had told my younger self that these things were going to happen, I probably would have run away. Like, I don't want that. That's crazy. But I think that, it's great to have a plan and a picture for your life. I think that you should always have goals for your life. But I think that the biggest thing to learn and take away, if I had to tell my younger self, is learn to pivot. Just learn to pivot. Just keep pivoting, because nothing is going to be a straight line. Even when some of those things, I see some of these younger girls in their 20s getting married now, having babies now. They're like 22, 23, 20 years old. They're already starting their families and they're like, "Oh, I'm an adult. I got this all together. I'm good." But then I've gone back and I've talked to some of these women who did, there was some girls in the church that got married really young, like not even, I think they got married before they were even out of college and started having babies right away. I went back to them. Now they're like in their late 30s, maybe some of them even 40. And I'm like, did you know what you knew? And they were like, "Oh my gosh, we were such babies. We thought we were so grown up." So even though you're living this grown up life in your 20s, it's like there's more coming, and it's really crazy to look back and go, that was a wild ride and I didn't know if I was going to make it out of that. So life is just hard and crazy. The way I wanted to prove to myself and to my mom and show her that I could be so different, but it was the same thing. It led me to bad relationships, bad decisions, and just unwanted unhappiness. And what I learned is I just needed to be by myself. I needed to learn how to be comfortable in my own skin before I could allow anyone else to love me. I had to learn how to be confident in the decisions that I made. That still took time. That didn't happen probably for years and years after. I still was not confident in the decisions, but I would say I made the decisions and stuck to them. Was not confident in them. And there were times when those decisions fell flat, and that's okay. And I think that you can't say failing is not an option. I don't like when kids say that now. It's like failing is gonna happen. Failing is part of the journey, and it's something that helps you learn and discover how inwardly strong you can be. So don't say failing is not an option, because you're gonna fail in life. You're not, life isn't a straight shoot to the top. And I think this is where kids get really down on themselves, is in their 20s. It's like if they don't have XYZ all done and already, they're like, "I'm a failure. I can't do this. Like, I have to be a winner. Winners just shoot to the top." And it's like, no one has a life like that. Not one single person that I know. We all have failures. We all have pivots. We all have these deep, deep things that happen along the way that you never see coming. And you have to learn how to grow through each situation. What kind of things can I learn from these experiences? I think that's really, really important. Who I was in my 20s was such a journey of discovering. Thinking that everything relied on proving myself led to finding out that it takes time and mistakes to figure out what you want and what you don't want. I can't say that the road was easy. It was so painful at times, but I have to say that in the end, I ended up here and it was all worth it. And I am grateful to a God that never gave up on me even when I rejected him at times. He has shown Mike and I a great peace and a closeness. And as in the case of the book that I'm reading, we all discover that the future is what we make of it. Who we think we are when we're younger is never who we become when we get older. You can find a goal and go for it, but know that oh gosh, you just don't even know if that goal is the goal you're going to want 10 years from now. And I can't believe that some of my biggest dreams have actually come true. I never gave up on them, and many tears were shed, and I had to say goodbye to some things, and that's just part of the journey too. So don't go into your adulthood trying to prove to other people or your mom that you're going to be better or different. Just be you. Just be confident, be at peace. I would tell my younger self that you're going to be fine. It's going to be a bumpy ride, and have faith, because your purpose is never going to die. It's always been there. It's in you. You can't help it. If you find that calling, if you find your purpose, it's been there all along. Whatever that looks like, whatever little journey you have to go through, just be patient. It's there. It's going to get really good, and it's going to be worth all the tears, drama, and experiences. I've gotten to live in not one, but two dream houses. I've been the only one in my family that's been married the longest for well, I've been with Mike over 40 years, but I've been married for over 36 years now. And I've got to experience motherhood and grandmotherhood. And it's just the sweetest thing. But getting to this place has just there's like road rash. It's been hard. Like, it has not been an easy thing. And a lot of pivots along the way, a lot of disappointments, a lot of no's, and you just keep moving to the next thing. The tears are real, y'all. Like, they sometimes I look back and look at that young 20 something laying on the floor, just splayed out, bawling my eyes out. And I know that God was sitting beside me that whole time saying, just wait, there's more. But this is something you have to go through right now. You're not making good decisions, and these are where the tears come from. So just know that that's a temporary thing, and it's going to lead you to the next thing. Learn the lesson from that. Like, don't let the tears fall on empty ground. Like, just really look at those situations and go, could I have done this differently? Do I need to be with that person who is not good for me? No. Let's just settle into this a little bit more. So I just believe that all of this happened to get me to this place, and it helped me become the truest self that I could be. And I'm so grateful for each and everything. So if I had to say, would you do this over again? I would say yes, but I would say it like kind of scared, because I don't really want to go through those things again. But at the end of the day, it all led me to this place. So if I had to say to my younger self, I would just tell her, it's going to be okay. And to take your time, don't rush things. Like, everything happens for a reason and for a season. And so God is in the mix of all of that. I would say listen to that small, still voice and just keep doing the right thing. You don't have to play it too safe. Don't be so safe that you don't go outside the box once in a while. Just, live your life, have a good time, be faithful, but also just know that there is a bigger plan for you. So really keep your eye on that target. Make better decisions. If something is not working out, it might be time to say goodbye to it. Never compromise your integrity for anybody, and it'll be worth the wait for all that is to come. So if any of you are in your 20s out there, just know it's going to get better. It is going to be a bumpy ride. And for all of you that have gone through it, I know you're all shaking your head like, yep, it's not like anything that we thought we would see. And If Anna, by some reason you're listening to this, just know that I'm super proud of you. I want to thank you so much for being a part of my journey and helping me get to a place of confidence in my book. And now I'm going to be celebrating your book. And good job, honey. You did great. Until next time, I'll see you later, peeps.